Hey, what's up? This is Marcus with Machine City Audio. So in today's video, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the changes that I made to the studio and like some of the gear I purchased recently. So we're just going to talk about that today. So the first thing I want to talk about is the actual mic that I'm using for the voiceover. And that is the Rode Procaster. I went from the previous mic I was using. It was kind of noisy, the other mic I was using. But I do like this one. It's definitely quieter. Now it takes a lot of gain. So if you don't have something like the AudioFuse 8 Pre, which I have, which you can actually boost the gain by 10 dB or so, and plus it has a lot of gain anyway, then you'll probably need a cloud lifter. But if you have an AudioFuse 8 Pre, then you don't necessarily need a cloud lifter for these. Now it's between this and a Shure mic, and I actually prefer this one on my voice a little better. So that's why I went with this one. Next thing up is I went from Native Instruments to Ableton. I had no intentions of even going to Ableton, but I tried it out. I liked it. I found myself working on it more and more, and I really like what you can do with Ableton. Now there's quite a few things that I like about Ableton. I like the actual plugins. I find myself using less third-party plugins when I'm using Ableton. I like the drum bus. I like the actual glue bus compressor. Now what drove me to want to use Ableton Live even more is the fact that it's really flexible, intuitive. I love that you can kind of dig deeper into sound designing, really lets you get deep into songwriting, song structure. So I really prefer Ableton over Native Instruments. Not knocking Native Instruments, but I really like Ableton Live. Now also to go with Ableton Live, I picked up the Ableton Push too. And I always said if I left Native Instruments that I had to have something that was just as compatible and as well integrated between the DAW and the MIDI controller, and you get that with Ableton Push. It's really tightly integrated with Ableton Live. You can do a lot with it. So I like the combination of these two, and they definitely help increase my workflow and everything like that and my creativity. So I enjoy using these two. Last purchase I got, and I put this on pre-order like months ago, probably 3 or 4 months ago. I'm not even sure exactly when. And it's the Behringer Poly D, which is a synthesizer, and it is a clone of the Mini Moog. I'm not sure how you say it, but it's a clone of that one. Now, you know, if you want to get the original, you're gonna pay like $5,000. I couldn't find one for under $5,000. So this is the closest that I get to actually having the real thing. I really like how this sounds. You can get some fat sounds. It has a built-in chorus, and I think it really sounds good. Check out this sound demo. All right, so I really want to give a shout out to Behringer, man. They make some pretty good stuff. You know, I got the 808 clone and I had this clone, and being able to afford both of these in this time is, you know, a pretty big deal, because both of these still go for like $4,000, $5,000 a piece. So, you know, and you can now get what, RD8 for probably about $300 now, and you can get the Poly D for probably about, you know, a little bit under $700. So to me, they're doing a great job. All right, but anyway, that is all I want to talk to you about today, and just talk a little bit about the studio. I am Marcus with Machine City Audio. Peace, and until next time.